I'm Grace Ann.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are GNA for today.
We are two best friends living a faith-based lifestyle.
And then we're documenting it.
Be sure to watch our video from last week. It was about online dating, and we just shared our personal thoughts from our Christian perspective.
And then this week we are going to be talking all about keeping your friends accountable and what that means, what that looks like, and how you can do that. So stay tuned. So our first tip on how to hold your friends accountable and how to be good accountability partners is to ask how they're actually doing and kind of do like a mental check-in, right? And it's to ask the hard questions, to ask how someone's actually feeling, making sure that when you check in with your friends, it's not just a quick, hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, bye. But it's an actual conversation, right? That you either text them, call them, meet them, and say, hey, let's talk. Let's just have a couple minutes. How are you doing? How's your mental health? How's your schoolwork? How's your work-life balance, right? Asking those questions that will make them actually open up and make your friends feel like they can come to you with anything and any question that they have or any worry that they have, and that you're a listening ear, right? And that you're someone who's there because you love them and because you care for them and because you genuinely want them to be okay and you want to check in on them because you love them.
This next tip is kind of overlooked, I feel like, but it's asking how you can pray for your friend, because I feel like a lot of times with our close best friends, we feel like, oh, they're gonna tell me if something's on their heart because they tell me everything, and you just assume that they're okay if they don't tell you otherwise, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to reach out, even whenever it's your best friend, someone that you know better than anyone. Like, you still have to reach out and make sure that they're okay. So be asking them on a regular basis, like, hey, are you okay? Is there anything I can pray for you about? And physically pray with them if need be. That's a really great Christian thing to do. And just pray for them in general, even when they don't have anything going on. Be in prayer for them, but especially whenever you know that they're dealing with something, just be very fervent in prayer about it.
The next tip we have, tip number 3, is making sure that you're setting aside one-on-one time with your friends, and not being afraid to say, hey, why don't we set this technology down? Why don't we get off of our laptops? Let's go to a coffee shop and just talk. Let's just hang out. Let's go to a park. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a drive. I know that a lot of times with me and my friends, those are the best conversations, right? And those are the most raw and real conversations that we have, is when we're spending one-on-one time with each other. Making sure that we've removed ourselves from social media, that we've removed all distractions from us, and that we are actively being friends together, just one-on-one. That is a huge tip, guys. I can't even express how open of a line of communication that can form when you trust that your friends are there for you and that you can just talk one-on-one, no judgment, no distractions, but you can just talk, and that someone is there to just listen.
Be willing to step into your friend's shoes and be very supportive of them. So if I decided I wanted to fast social media for the month of February and Grayson was like, oh, that's so cool, why don't I do it with you to help keep you accountable and help support you, that would literally mean so much to me, and that would help me do that because she was there doing it with me. And it's the same with dieting, it's the same with exercise, pretty much everything. It just goes a long way whenever you yourself are willing to step into their shoes and support them in your actions.
And then our last and final tip, number 5, is to not be afraid to be raw and real and honest. This is something that can be confusing, but I want you to call out your friends in a loving way, right? You always want to approach things out of love. If you cannot say definitively in your heart before you have a conversation with someone that this conversation will be taking place because you love them, then it's not a conversation worth having. But if you are struggling with something, or if you're praying about something, or you see a friend struggling with something and you want to talk to them about it, call them out on it. Be like, hey, look, listen, I love you and we need to talk. and to be real with them, to be as raw as possible, to say, look, this is how I feel about this, or this is what God has laid on my heart about this, or this is what I think this looks like to other people, and you're doing that, and I love you, and I don't want to see you be set up for failure. I want you to be successful. I want you to thrive. I want you to have a good life. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it looks like, what it feels like, what you think you're doing, what it is perceived as, right? To have real, honest conversations. Conversations that are hard, okay? I'm not saying this is going to be easy. This is the most difficult tip we have, but it's the most truthful and honest tip that I can give you. Be as real as possible with your friends. Keep that open, honest line of communication so that you know that every time that you're in conversation, it's a no-holds-barred situation. That you two are talking because you love each other and you care for each other and you want each other to be successful, and that's the only end goal. There is no motive of jealousy or judgment or worry or fear or stress, but that you are supporting each other in conversation, and that's why you are being open, honest, and real.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below with any tips that you have that we might have missed. Also, leave a comment if you know what this shirt is. Also, leave a comment with a fish emoji if you remember the movie 13th Year. Because my roommate is downstairs watching it right now, and it's literally such a good movie. So comment if you remember that movie. Comment with a fish emoji.
Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button and the subscribe button down below in the description. There's a little red button and it says subscribe. Click on that button so you don't miss an upload, and then beside that button, as you know, is a little bell and it goes ding 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 ding. Click that notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video so that you don't miss a single upload.
Next week, I'm so excited about this video. It's going to be a video about how to effectively read the Bible and what me and Graceanne personally do in our studying of the Bible. So watch out for that. That'll come out exactly a week from today.
Bye friends.